Hi everyone, it's Jess, and this is your Gracious Health Low Impact Workout. Today, to get started, we're going to begin on our hands and knees. So you want to make sure your hands are nice and big and placing weight over all areas of your surface of your hands. You want your knees about hip width apart, hands directly against underneath your shoulders. And I want you to not, without moving or shifting your body too much, just extend one arm out nice and long. And then same thing, without moving too much, extend that back leg. You're going to hold, and then relax back down, and then you're going to switch. So opposite hand comes up, opposite leg. You're going to reach nice and long. And then we're just going to keep switching, holding for 3 seconds each. So nice and long, and switch. And take your time. Our verse for today is Matthew 16:6. Be careful, Jesus said. Be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees. So with this verse, it's really important to think about what he means by that. Be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees. The disciples didn't know what he was talking about. They thought he was talking about bread and the fact that they didn't have any bread. But he was really talking about how even just a little bit of yeast or a little bit of impurity, which is what it was typically referred to at that time, can really invade the whole entire dough that you're working with. So he was really just telling you to be on guard against things that can just creep in, and they just have a life of their own. So if you give an inch, they could take a mile, type of a thing. So that's going to be our focus for today, just thinking about areas of your life that you need to be on guard against, or possibly take back. And what I mean by take back is just to be extra aware of what you're doing with your time and where your focusing is. We're going to do one more on each side. This is just to activate your abs a little bit, get your whole body connected. All right, and then our last one. Reach, 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 point those toes. All right. And we're going to stay on our hands and feet, and we're going to do a little knee hover. So again, putting that weight through those toes. You want your back nice, big, and strong. You're going to be pressing up, and now you're going to press up into those toes, and you're going to hover those knees. Keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So with this, make sure you're really placing the weight not just on the heel of your hand, but all over, including this little webbed part of your thumb. All right, we're going to do that 2 more times. All right, press up nice and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. The last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Next, what we're going to do is some mountain climbers. We're going to do them nice and slow, and don't worry about getting as high as you possibly can. But we're going to be nice to any downstairs neighbors, and we're going to go nice and light. So we're going to start in a nice plank position, again pressing up in between those shoulder blades, abs engaged, and you're just going to tap your foot in and bring it back down. Nice and strong. So again, it's a very slow mountain climber, so don't worry. Downstairs neighbors shouldn't know what you're doing. Make sure your abs are engaged. Try not to have your hips hike up. It's very common. And just begin to think about areas of your life that you may be compromising a bit, and what areas you should be more on guard of and be more careful. All right, just 2 more. 1. Oh, each leg only counts as 1. So this is 2, and then opposite leg. Ooh, good job. Okay, so our next one, we're going to do some glute bridges. So we're going to turn around, we're going to lie down on our backs. Nice, slow, and controlled. So for these, you're going to have your feet flat on the ground, shoulder blades pressing into the ground, arms alongside your body. Then you're going to, starting with your hips, you're going to squeeze your glutes and roll your spine up. Taking nice deep breaths. Try to lengthen your exhale. We're gonna roll back down. We're gonna do another one, nice and slow like that. Roll up, you're gonna squeeze at the top, squeeze, 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 pressing in. Nice deep breath, relax back down. So now we're gonna go a little bit quicker. So we're gonna squeeze up, hold, and back down. But hovering, not resting all the way down on the ground anymore. Just gonna squeeze, hold, back down, back down. Good job. You're doing great. And really squeeze at the top. That's where the work really is coming from. You want to engage your glutes, make sure that they're firing and working hard. All right, you're almost done. You've got 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna hold it and relax back down. Great job. All right, next we're actually gonna stand up and we're gonna do a nice side lunge. So your feet are gonna be wider than shoulder width apart, and we're going to be going into a side lunge. So you're gonna have one knee bent. So you wanna try to keep it over your ankle. You're gonna reach down and extend back up. Then straighten that leg, move over, and just alternate back and forth. Don't worry if you don't touch the ground. It's totally acceptable to just lean back and forth. You can move your arms like this, or you can bring them out nice and big. I feel like this way is a little bit more fun. Nice and big, and really trying to use those glutes that you just activated. So feel like they're what's like lifting you up out of the side lunge. You should feel a nice stretch on this side of your leg, but if you ever feel pain, make sure you always stop. I know with everything that's going on right now, it's so easy to just give into worry in a lot of different areas of our life. But then when you just think about how that worry isn't from God, that we should really be trusting Him. Just another little area we could be thinking about yeast getting in where it shouldn't be. Paul even talks a lot about yeast in his letters. In Galatians 5, he also talks about how just to be aware of yeast and the impurities that go along with it, and 1 Corinthians 5 also. So it's really, really interesting to think about. All right, you're nice and strong. You're doing good. I didn't forget about you. Great job. Keep going. All right, 3 more each side. 1, 2, 3. Just got to finish it up. All right, great job. And next what we're gonna do, it's gonna be a little bit more of a stretching thing. It's gonna take a little bit more room than a typical yoga mat. So you're gonna end up start in this mermaid position. It's called like a 90-90 squat. You're gonna have your hands behind you. First, we're just gonna rotate back and forth and get a feel for the position. Make sure you're breathing, taking nice deep breaths. You can even feel your feet kind of rotating on the floor. All right, and now we're gonna make it a little bit harder, and we're gonna go to a nice kneeling position. So once you rotate over, you're gonna bring this back leg up in front. You're gonna lift up and go to this kneeling position, and then back down. We're only gonna do a couple of these. This is like the preliminary part of it. Lift up and back down. So just a nice sweeping that back leg in front to a kneeling position, squeezing that back glute, and then coming back down. Squeeze that back glute. You can always advance it by standing up. But for starters, we're just learning this movement today. All right, last one. All right, great job everyone. I hope you enjoyed this low impact workout from Gracious Health. Have a great day. Bye.